Welcome to another episode of Inside IALR. Thanks for being here today. So today we have sort of a fun episode. We're a huge proponent of internships here at the Institute for Advanced Learning and Research, and we, support companies in developing their own internships programs and onboarding internships and things like that, and providing resources for them to do that. But we also try to practice what we preach and host interns here as well. And this summer, we had 18 interns who are working across our campus in the months of June and July and a little bit into August. And we are going to interview 5 of them to hear about their experiences, their time here at the Institute for Advanced Learning and Research this summer. We hosted internships across our different departments and divisions. We have interns who are working in research and conducting experiments, and we have interns in our advanced learning divisions supporting different programs. We have interns in manufacturing advancement who are working with things like augmented reality and virtual reality and machine learning and things like that. We have interns in economic development doing research and data analysis, all sorts of areas in our organization where we bring interns in, teach them the ropes, show them the ropes, and let them learn in a very hands-on way. So next up, we have interviews with 5 different interns who spent their time with us this summer. First up, we have Grayson Snead, who is an ag tech research intern here. So thanks for being here. Appreciate it. I guess just tell us a little bit about yourself and kind of how you found this internship.
I grew up here. I live in Ringgold, so I went to Dan River. I came to Piedmont Governor's School. I didn't graduate that long ago, so I knew the IALR did internships, and they offered summer internships, and I saw the ones they posted this year, and I was like, that's kind of cool. Like, I want to do that.
Cool. Are you interested in pursuing a career in research?
I am, yeah.
So what is your kind of career goals and aspirations?
I want to go into, virology. I like viruses and disease, maybe immunology. So I've just something to get exposure to the field of research. Obviously, I'm not super plant-based, but it's kind of those core skills that you learn.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Good to learn anywhere, so.
And what have you been working on this summer?
I've been doing stuff with bacterial endophytes, so just things you put in a plant that doesn't cause any harm, but you wanna see some kind of growth from it. Some increased yields, maybe better plant quality all around. So I've been working with those in broccoli microgreens to see if they do anything productive.
And what does that experiment look like? Has it been working out?
It's not. The bacteria we chose have been used here before by some of the researchers here, and they showed increased growth. So I'm not sure if it's just the plant that we used broccoli microgreens, or if it was something in our experimental design that needs to be tweaked. But so far, nothing significant.
Mm-hmm. But what have you learned from... Because was that your first time, running an experiment?
It was my second time. I did something here in high school, but this was a lot more, involved and a lot more hands-on.
So what have you learned through that process?
I'd say just the research process. Obviously, it's not great to get non-significant results, but those are still results, and they're still productive. I didn't build the experimental design from, the ground up. A lot of that was my advisor, but it was kind of here's our core thing that we need to do, figure out how to do it. Obviously, everybody's been super helpful, but it was a lot of freedom, and it's kind of like playing scientist of I'm not really qualified to do any of this stuff, so it's figuring out along the way is pretty cool. Mm-hmm. So that's been fun.
And who has been your advisor this summer?
Dr. Kaylee South.
Okay.
She's great.
Yeah.
Super awesome.
And so you mentioned, that you're interested in pursuing a career in kind of immunology, virology. How are you planning to get, what are the next steps on your path to get there?
So I'm going to Vanderbilt in the spring, or the fall. I transferred from Furman University in Greenville, South Carolina, and I'm working in a lab there. I just got into that lab, and they're doing rotavirus and reovirus research. So just some stuff with that. Not sure yet what that's going to look like, but it's super cool because it's just direct exposure to the field. And I'll be doing undergraduate research, so that's great.
Cool. You talked about kind of the research process and learning a lot about that this summer. What else have been kind of your takeaways from this summer internship here at IALR?
I've done a lot of other stuff, too. We're involved in a couple other greenhouse projects, so not directly my projects, but we've had some edible flower things going on, micro tomatoes. We installed lights in there. It's kind of the day-to-day of research. It's not always this super engaging and fun thing of I'm doing things every day. Right. Sometimes I'm sitting in my office and just typing or just reading some stuff. Mm-hmm. So just getting to see the day-to-day of what realistic research looks like.
It's not groundbreaking every day.
It's not always super fun, and I've come in and there's days I haven't even gone out to the greenhouse. I've swept the greenhouse a lot. We mop sometimes. So just this is a job, and it's fun overall. It's ultimately super fun, but some days are a lot slower than others. So just knowing that is important, I think.
All right, some rapid fire questions real quick. What's your life theme song?
Oh, I don't know. Hold on. Probably it's got to be a country song. Uncle Pen by Ricky Skaggs. It's a bluegrass song. Actually, pause, cut. Highway 40 Blues by Ricky Skaggs. That's a good one.
Okay. I don't know that song.
Yeah,
we'll take it. Caffeine of choice.
Oh, coffee. Yeah.
All right. Good stuff. Thank you. Thanks
thank
for being
you.
here. Now we have Dilara Sultanova, who is an intern with the Empower program here. So thanks for being here. So tell me a little bit about kind of just how you found this internship.
I found this internship through Averett, through my professor, and I thought that it's a hands-on experience through the my actual career, which includes the career and technology assistant. So I think it would be a good combination of helping students out with their career workforce and also including my technical, real problem-solving skills.
What is your kind of long-term career goals?
I think it's something that includes data engineering or applied AI. It's like solving real problem issues that would need my technical solving skills. Mm-hmm. And also, I'm really interested in data structuring, as I said, data engineering, working with the data systems, everything that includes that.
Yeah. And how has your experience this summer? How have you seen that contributing to those those career goals that you have?
I think it's been really impactful since the day one. The trust and responsibility that was giving me, and that my thoughts was valued. And also my impact throughout the real data and impactful projects that I've been working with as contributing to the Empower Exchange and also creating a calendar for young professionals so they won't be feeling that they will be just working on a daily basis, that they could be joining some other experiences such as volunteering and also developing through their career. And also I've been learning about more of structuring code through Python and Jupyter Notebook, so I could be useful in development of workforce, I would say.
And you mentioned a couple of those things you've been working on. The Empower Exchange event, which I know is coming up, by the time this publishes, will be about to happen. I know you've been helping our team with the creation of a new website for the Career Choice Expo. So kind of what have been some of your favorite things that you've done so far this summer, whether that be, specifically a work project or just getting to hang out around campus or with interns or anything like that?
I think the main thing I've been busy with is creating an automated data structured system that will be an automated system that will extract data from the scanned PDFs of the Career Choice Expo Youth Expo surveys. So it will be added automation and not added manually, like 4,000 surveys would be hard to add manually. So I would try to create an automated system through combining AI tools and also with the combining AI tools with the Python code. So I would get an extracted data from the PDFs and make a constructed Excel spreadsheet. So it will be useful and all data will be correct without any mistakes. And also I think that it was an honor for me to work on the Career Choice microsite. I think it was great in order for me to see the structure, how they trust me in how to design and work on structure in the point of view of the educators, students, and employers.
I think in the past, interns have had the job of manually typing in the data from those surveys, so that's cool that you just did a job that will save future interns from doing that job. Anything else that you want to add?
I just want to say thank you to ALR, to all departments that I've been working on, to get to know them, for giving me opportunity to take a place in meaningful projects, to make an impact on what they're working on.
Yeah, no, well, thanks for being here. And now we have some quick rapid-fire fun questions. Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Do you listen to music or not while you work?
When I'm bored.
Fair enough. And do you bring your own lunch or do you eat out?
I bring my lunch.
All right, that's all. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
We have Daniel Olasoko, who's one of the manufacturing advancement interns here at IALR. Thanks for being here. So to start, tell us a little bit about kind of how you found out about this internship.
So I was searching for an internship because I was trying to gain experience this summer. Then I was on LinkedIn. I saw the posts, like the postings for the openings at the institute, so I applied to this one. I saw one regarding the smart tables, but I'd done something with them last year, so I wanted to try something else. And I read the job description, talked about machine learning, using Python, and a lot of fun things. So I was like, yeah, let me go for this.
Anytime someone says they found something on social media, that's my job. So I said, I guess I did my job.
That's nice.
So tell me a little bit about, I know that there's 5 of you this summer, right? So tell me a little bit about kind of the projects that you guys have been working on this summer.
So we're kind of divided, but 3 of us work on the same thing, then the other 2 are doing separate things. Okay. But the team I'm on, the goal is to create a custom algorithm that will predict the likelihood of a student from the ATDM graduating and getting employed. So we are using data from the ATDM program, like grades, attendance, and the first step we did was like clean the data, then like doing feature engineering, trying to find features between the data and like doing visuals with all done with Python. So we've been coding like most of the time. Then at this point we're testing our algorithm, our model. So we chose a model, we're testing it right now. Then after that to be ready for deployment.
That's pretty awesome. So what was kind of when you walked in, were you given the here's exactly how to do this, or were you given a here's what we want to do, you guys figure it out?
So they had the project title and the project description, of course. So our manager like described what we had to do, and there were already some set tasks. So every 2 weeks we have sprint planning, and like each person picks the task they want to do. So there was kind of a layout of what we had to do, but also within ourselves we like picked what we wanted to do and how to do it. So there's the idea of what we're trying to accomplish, but in some sense, it's still up to us to do it how we want to do it.
That's fun. That's kind of how the real workplace works. So that sounds like good experience for you all. And what have you kind of taken away from this internship this summer?
So I've had some experience with coding, but not this often coding like every day. So that was a good experience for me because there's some things I already knew from school and just learning in my own time. And there's some things I'm learning along the way. So I'm learning more and growing my skill set. Also working with a team, so I'm working with other people and like going back and forth, communicating well. That has been like a skill that I would say I've gotten better in.
And what are kind of your career goals after you finish school? Or I guess, what are you studying? What are your career goals after you finish school?
So I'm studying computer science and I'm going to my senior year this fall. I plan to work in the cybersecurity field, something in the lines of that. So I'll get an entry-level position, hopefully, and like grow from there.
And how do you think this experience this summer kind of helped prepare you for your future career?
As I said, I was thinking of cybersecurity, but being exposed to this, we're doing some data science type of things. So I might also possibly consider a career in data science. I just never thought of it because I have not been exposed to it. So this has like opened my eyes to a different path in computer science.
That's really cool. What has been kind of your favorite parts of working here at IALR this summer?
My favorite part, working with the team. The team I'm working with are great. Like everyone is really helpful. And the project we're working on is also a really interesting project that could benefit the ATDM.
All right, rapid fire real quick. If you could instantly master one hobby, what would it be?
Master one hobby. How to fly a plane.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Board games or video games?
Video games.
Okay. What do you do after work?
I go to the gym.
All right. Good stuff. Thanks, Daniel. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. And next we have Moiz Fakhri, who is a manufacturing advancement intern. Thanks for being here. So first, tell me a little bit kind of about your, career and education background and how you ended up with this internship here at IALR.
I recently just finished high school and I graduated, and most of my high school experience has been primarily just academic focused, so lots of AP classes and stuff like that. And I wanted more experience in the real world. So to make up for that, I was looking for a summer internship that would be related to where I'm trying to be in the future. So that's related to something like artificial intelligence, machine learning, computer science, something like that, data science. And I was just searching through Google, and I landed on the website that you made, and I clicked apply, and I put in my resume and everything, and that's how I got here.
That's a good success story of, I think most of our interns either are from the area or go to school in the area. So there's like some level of local connection, and you just straight up came from Georgia for this.
Me and one other intern, Surya, from Michigan.
So what's that been like? I mean, you basically just came to a whole new community for the summer.
Yeah, it's been a pretty crazy ride. A lot of my family and friends, they were like, "You're going where?" all the way in Virginia. So I had to Actually, it was a pretty hard to get to here and like actually settle in and everything. It was pretty hard to actually find housing and stuff like that, but we eventually got it figured out. A summer dorm at Everett University that worked out for housing, and then for transportation, that was a last minute thing. My internship started on Monday. I got here Sunday. I had to find a way to get to work and back and do my groceries and everything. So what we did was we went to Walmart and we got an e-bike. So that's how I've been going around everywhere. So housing, transportation, and then food, groceries. My mom actually packed me so much food, like frozen meat and stuff, and like and burgers and stuff. So she really helped me out on that.
Good. That's a classic mom move right there,
Yeah.
but in a
Yep.
great way. And
Over preparing.
so what have you been working on in this role this summer?
So for our manufacturing advancement internship, the three of us, Daniel, Thomas, and me, we've been working on this one big project that has so many layers to it. So the big project overall is an ongoing student success predictor for the ATDM program that we have here at IALR. So what it's supposed to do is take in all the data that we collect throughout the week's ongoing ATDM student data, such as grades, attendance, stuff like that. And basically we're trying to predict whether they will graduate or not, predict whether they'll be employed or not. And what those predictions do is really just help the ATDM staff be able to intervene when necessary when a student is struggling. So let's say our student predictor predicts the student will graduate but might not be employed. So the ATDM staff will go in and intervene and provide career services or something to help them be employed in the future. So that sounds pretty simple, but to actually get that working, it has so many layers to it. And as we continue throughout the internship, it just gets more and more complicated. And we found out that we're running out of time now. So eventually Meredith and Alex have to pick up on that. Those are our managers.
And so you're saying that's not just looking at success after, like, it's not just looking
Yeah.
at once they graduate. It's looking at, like,
it's
during
while
milestones
they're-
during they're in the program.
exactly. While they're in the program itself, we have to predict week by week, basically. It's a weekly thing. Daily, we could try to do a daily thing, but that gets a little complicated because, yeah. So mostly weekly predictions for student success so they can intervene.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
What have been your kind of big takeaways? What have you learned? What stood out to you?
Yeah, so coming into this internship, I really just thought it would be, actually emailed Meredith before I got here. I was like, okay, I got this internship now. How can I prepare for it? What should I brush up on and stuff like that? And she told me focus on Python coding for most of the part. So that's what I got started on doing and stuff. And I knew it had something to do with machine learning. I didn't know how involved it would be, but that's not a bad thing at all because that's exactly what I was trying to do. I was trying to land something that, is relevant to what I'm trying to get at. And so that turned out to be really good. So originally when I came here, before I came here actually, I emailed Meredith about asking her like, what should I prepare on and how should I prepare for this internship? She mostly told me to focus on my Python coding skills and stuff like that. So that's what I did. And when I actually got here, I realized it's actually way more than just Python coding. We had to go into like machine learning and more advanced concept, which is actually a good thing because that's what I wanted to do in the end. I learned mostly while doing the work. So it's a lot of advanced stuff like, for example, scikit-learn is a model that we use for machine learning. And I had no prior experience for that related thing. So a lot of my time over here was spent on watching YouTube tutorials on how to do coding for machine learning and stuff and apply that in real time. And I had some amazing mentors like Alex and Meredith to help me along the way where I got stuck and stuff like that. So yeah, it's been a great learning experience.
You just said that very well. You just learned it while you did it. It's basically what an internship should be. So.
Yeah.
All right, rapid fire real quick. Favorite YouTube channel?
Favorite YouTube channel? Veritasium. It's a science-based YouTube channel. He's really great with his videos, like 30, 40 minutes. He goes into physics concepts, and it's really counterintuitive. I recommend everyone watch that YouTube channel.
There you go. What's your caffeine of choice? Coffee, tea, energy drinks, none of the above?
I recently got into Monster. Monster energy drinks. I actually got introduced to that by Thomas here. Some all-nighters, so
So you've been more productive this summer.
Definitely.
That's awesome. Well, thanks for being here. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, and now we have Dakotah Younger, who's a GO TEC intern here. So thanks for being here. So tell me a little bit kind of about your educational background and how you ended up here working with GO TEC this summer.
So I'm going to be going to school at Virginia Tech for mechanical engineering, and I'm pursuing a bachelor's degree there. But as far as how I ended up here at the Institute, well, I was looking for something to add to my resume and kind of like a segue into the engineering field, and that's when I was looking and found an opportunity to apply for the GO TEC position.
And tell me a little bit about kind of what you've been doing this summer.
The main things that we've been doing in GO TEC is teacher trainings, and then we've also had several field trips where the kids came to visit in the lab, and they were affiliated with the Piedmont Regional Governor School. So for the field trips, we would set up several different little activities for them, whether that be the Dobot mechanical arms or the circuit breadboards, the Arduinos, and we would run through several activities with them. For example, we made traffic stoplights on the Arduino boards, and then we, with the Dobots, we had several different pick-and-place activities for them to see, kind of like an example of what, robotics and manufacturing looks like in real life. And with the teacher trainings, that is just kind of an array of all of the GO TEC lab equipment. It's just kind of whatever they want to go over, but we've been really pushing the Haas desktop mill, because a lot of the teachers feel like they're not as certain, they're not as comfortable with that.
Right.
So we've also been working on kind of streamlining that process. We have a video out now for the teachers to watch if they need help on it, and then also we're kind of making a cheat sheet for them to have and just be able to look at if they're unsure on how to run a program or anything like that. But we've been through the virtual welders with the teachers. We've been through the Haas desktop mill. We've been through 3D printing, circuit boards, really anything that they just feel uncertain about on the GO TEC curriculum.
And what were kind of your expectations coming into this summer, and how did this internship how was it like those expectations, or how was it completely different?
Honestly, I didn't know exactly what to expect when I was coming here. I've never been to the Institute, really, and I was unsure, how hands-on I was going to be with all this stuff, whether I was going to be working with, a lot of people, more like communications, or working on individual projects. But it definitely came out to be that the GO TEC position is definitely more about teaching and working with kids and teachers, and kind of like building a relationship between the two and being able to just provide them with what they need, the information that they need. And I will say it's a very professional environment at the Institute, and I do get along pretty well with that. It's pretty nice.
How do you think that this internship kind of helped you prepare for your future career?
As a whole, has helped me make a lot of connections and possible future relationships in the field. But just working in a professional environment and a team setting is very important. I think especially for engineers, because you normally work in teams on designing different parts of things, and there's different different people specialize at different things. And specifically with the GO TEC team, it's just everyone has their own role, and I think that's important to get a feel of.
Now, real quick, rapid fire fun stuff. What is your favorite food?
Fried chicken, maybe.
Good choice. What do you do after work?
Normally go to the gym or go fishing.
If you could instantly master one hobby, what would it be?
Fishing, 100%.
Thanks for being here. Appreciate it.
Megabytes, IALR's on-site cafe features everyday favorites, convenient ordering options, and an eager staff ready to welcome and serve you. Our enticing menus offer something for everyone, from a fresh, well-stocked salad bar, wraps, sandwiches, and our rotating hot buffet offered on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Megabytes is open Monday through Friday from 9:15 a.m. until 1:30 p.m. To view menus and for more information, visit ilr.org/megabytes.